Who cares?
I love talking about me.
What else would we talk about on the show, though? Like, there's no news right now.
That's true. It's a lull.
So are you saying we only invited him because we have nothing better to talk about?
What?
That's
That is exactly what I'm saying.
No,
That's what.
never. Why are you
okay.
Why are you exposing us like this? I think the Creator Series could be something very interesting. Right. But what's going on, everybody? I'm the one, the only, the WOOKIE. One French fry short of a Happy Meal. No Felix. He's out judging his new friends in his new game. Is he playing that game or no? Is he playing Riftbound?
I think he's mainly just judging.
I don't know, because like Felix, I feel like Felix plays 17 different CCGs, and I don't know how he does it.
Yeah. I don't think he's really going to play Riftbound competitively, but yeah, he plays a little bit. He knows it.
Why would you
He's
ever play a
it.
game if you don't want to play it competitively? But we have, for the Misfits we do have here, we've got the guy who knows more than you, Mr. Cole Robbie.
Yo.
And that kid, Dexter.
Hello, everyone.
I don't say Dexter, that's you. And I figured we'd do something new. Now that we have a little bit of lull, and we're kind of getting into the holidays, right? Quick reminder on how we do holiday episodes. The week of the 25th and of the 1st, there will be no Altered Corner, because those will be taking time off to spend precious time with our family. It is the holidays. It is the family season. If you're listening to a podcast, shame on you. Go talk to your kids.
I didn't know I had any.
Well, you don't. Go talk to your significant other.
You don't have kids of your own. Talk to someone else's.
Yeah, talk to someone else's.
That's what he's telling you to.
Just don't get caught, because it's kind of frowned upon nowadays.
Well, it's what I do all day, so...
On this episode of what I'm going to announce as the Creator Series, we brought on a guy trying. What's going on, guy trying?
Oh, nothing much. Thank you so much for having me on. You guys are actually my number 2 podcast in my Spotify Wrapped.
Who was number 1?
Hey,
was it
nice.
Heroes Guys as Gartha?
No, they were number 3.
Oh,
they were
I
behind
was
you
gonna
as they
say,
should be.
they're way better.
Dungeons and Daddies, a D&D podcast.
That's quite the name that I wish I would have thought of. That is quite the podcast.
But right after
name.
that is you guys.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
But we do have some questions to go over. Before we get into our questions, I suppose we should pay some bills. Head over to the Patreon. You guys can get these semi-early sometimes, not all the time. If you bug Cole enough, he'll bug me to edit, and then I'll put it on. I'll get it to him. That's kind of how it works. You bug Cole, he bugs me, and then I do that. And if you'd like, it's going to be some late nights for some of us going into the holidays, having to stay up till the wee hours of the morning, gift wrapping presents. You might need some W energy. So you can go to w.gg, use our code DRAWBETTER for 10% off your W. If you don't want to chug coffee, you can chug W.
And isn't it true that actually helps you draw better when you play TCGs?
You know, I didn't want to go spreading that around, but I've heard it does. Just saying.
Oh.
And if you're really in the Christmas spirit, you can visit our possible... You guys ready for this? Our possible new sponsor of the show. Are you guys ready for our possible new sponsor?
No. Absolutely. Who do we have?
Malort. You guys can go check out Malort at malort.com.
Are they actually sponsoring us, Wookie, or you just keep trying to get them to do this?
Well, it's in the talks, right? Sponsor might be a loose term. I might, because like, why does Malort? They've been around this long. Why does Malort need us? Right? They're already a terrible alcohol that has survived like decades without us, so they don't need they do. No advertise. They don't do anything. They're just around and known as just this terrible, awful alcohol. they don't really need us, right? So it's kind of a thing that I'm just like, look, can we just say we're sponsored by you? We don't really expect anything, right? I just, it's kind of become a Keyforge like badge of honor, right?
That's a terrible one.
When we go to Keyforge celebrations, I always pick out the foreigners, and I now what I am lovingly calling malorting them. Right? You go do a quote unquote shot with them, and you're serving them malort, and they look at you funny. Except for the one Taiwanese kid who's like, I like it, when everyone looked at him funny.
Do these events exclusively happen in Chicago? I didn't know malort was a thing outside of Chicago.
They're in Minnesota, but other people just bring malort.
So yeah,
I don't know where they get it from.
The store, you can literally buy it everywhere. But
all I know is
actively search it.
I went to Chicago once, and my friend works at a bar there. It was like, you can't say you've been to Chicago until you've had a shot of malort.
Correct.
I was like, okay. So I just didn't know it was a thing anywhere else.
Yeah, this all started probably about 2 years ago when Sydney brought a bottle and tried to get everybody to take a shot. It might have been 3 years ago. It was like, everybody needs to do a shot of malort. And I looked at her and I said, no, dear, I respect myself, so I won't be doing any of that. And then ended up drinking half a bottle later on. So, but long story short, right? Like, long story short, right? It's just become a thing now that we do. If I ever go to a large altered event, I will attempt to bring the tradition with me. I doubt it'll go as well, but it's one of those things now where you just you drink some malort and kind of do it. And the next time Loki comes to town, you should try to get him to drink some malort.
How about you just leave that on the Keyforge side of things, and we'll be more refined over here on Altered.
More refined? So like Zambuca.
I don't know. What do you do any drinking while playing card games, Sir Guy Trying?
I'm a garbage can on pretty much whatever. The only thing I avoid is gin, personally.
That's fair.
But
gin's a pretty terrible
that's just
alcohol.
Because some people in my family don't like gin, and so I've just avoided it myself because of that.
Gin and tequila, I try to avoid at all costs.
I think if there is an alcohol of Altered, it would have to be sake. So that's
sake.
What Loki loves sake.
It's
just because Loki loves sake.
Yep.
Hot or cold?
Usually cold, but they'll
Usually
take it.
cold.
They'll take it either. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I know this episode is not about Loki, but a lot of people might not know that he's like training to be a sake sommelier and stuff.
Oh, really?
He's very well versed in that alcohol, and that is what is being consumed 99% of the time at Altered events.
Sake, hey? I'm training to become an alcoholic.
Yeah.
And we believe in you.
As most Wisconsin people do.
Yeah. It's either that or just beer. Lots of beer. And that's about
the French have beer?
They were drinking it a lot when they were here. Francois had the friggin' yard or whatever.
The
giant
the boot thing.
Yeah.
Maybe that's because they don't have it in French.
That's what I was gonna say. Is maybe they're like, ooh, beer. We can't get that where we're from, so let's drink up. Not that Germany is not like right next door to them or anything. Like,
yeah,
I feel like that's a train ride away.
I think when I was in Paris, it was sake, so that's what they were drinking most of the time, or wine.
Japan is significant. Yeah, wine would surprise me, but it's time to get into the bitter truths of all of this, and I see that Mr. Kohlrabi has left out the most important questions, so we're going to start with those first. All right, Guy Trying.
All right.
What is your favorite flavor of Mountain Dew? And why is it Code Red?
I actually don't drink soda.
Oh boy, get him off the show. We can't air this.
The only time I have soda is when it's mixed with alcohol.
Oh.
Yeah.
Speaking of alcohol, so you only drink soda when you drink you only as mixers, huh?
Yeah, it's actually pretty ironic. My dad was this is gonna get a bit dark, but I don't care about talking about it. My dad was an alcoholic, and he went to rehab, and I was drinking a lot of soda, so I gave up soda to as like a kid to in solidarity with him.
Okay.
Mine stuck a little better than his did, but now the irony is I only drink soda when there's alcohol in it. When the whole thing was about me giving up soda was around giving up alcohol.
Mm-hmm. So, all right. Well, sorry to bring up Dark Past. I don't even know if
I'm very open about it. I don't care.
And then we have that in common. So
yeah. What is your favorite Girl Scout cookie?
It's gotta be what are like the shortbread ones?
Shortbreads.
I'm a sucker. Yeah, I'm a sucker for shortbread.
I think they're just called shortbreads. I'm not sure. Okay.
I'm not. I know. You guys are Thin Mint people. I'm not.
Oh no, not me. Maybe Cole.
Yep, Thin Mints.
Cole likes the Thin Mints. I am a Samoans guy or Caramel Delights all the way.
Oh, Caramel Delights are good.
Yeah, those are the best. The best. And then another fan favorite of all time. What's your favorite Pop-Tart?
Ooh. I have to say, I love the s'mores Pop-Tarts.
Okay, we can keep him. He's acceptable. we can keep him around. All right. So, 2 for 3. We'll take it. Shortbreads is an acceptable answer. I don't know if Thin Mints is, but shortbreads are acceptable. But we did this to highlight creators in the space, right? Guy trying, what do you create in the space of Altered besides an obnoxiously high rating on BGA?
Hey, I don't think I have a high rating on BGA.
What's your rating?
I'm at like 400.
Any of us, for sure.
Yeah, well.
Oh, yeah. But
higher than 300 is very high, in my opinion.
Oh, great. Yeah, I think I'm at like 402 right now.
Nice.
I create videos. I mainly started with deck guides, although I've been doing mainly news recently. And the thing that I'm most known for is the spoiler sheet, which I make every spoiler season.
I was going to say, to which we 100% abuse on this show.
I will say, I love spoiler season because everyone's like, oh, and thanks to a guy trying it, I'm like, oh, I do this for myself. I do not do this for the community. I want to know about all the spoilers. I just let you all in on my own OCD about collecting everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I've noticed another thing about like Altered and Archon Keyforge. There's both in both games have an unhealthy obsession with Excel sheets.
Spreadsheets are great.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that.
It's really unhealthy how much Altered players and Keyforge players love spreadsheets.
I mean, all card game players love spreadsheets. We like to see the data.
I was gonna say, I've gotten into fights with people over fonts used in spreadsheets.
Oh.
I'm insane.
Have you ever done? Have you ever competed in? I forget what it's called. At one time, I knew there is a competition for just spreadsheeting.
Yes. No, because I believe that's mainly about like the formulas and the organization of everything.
Yeah,
I'm okay with formulas. I started making spreadsheets a while ago to consolidate information on Mafia and Werewolf games I was playing online like over a couple months. It was these games that people developed, and they would be up to 75 people would be playing in one game.
Oh, wow.
And so you'd be trying to track what everyone's saying and everything. And so you would everyone would have their own spreadsheet to consolidate information. So it was not so much about formulas and functions, but just organizing information. And I always wanted mine to be aesthetically pleasing. So whenever I would join a team in one of these things, it's like, oh yeah, we approve. You can be part of our spreadsheet. I would immediately ask if I could change the fonts and make it pretty. Because I didn't want to have their basic ass spreadsheets.
No Times New Roman for you, huh?
No. I'm a Lexend girly. Lexend all the way.
Oh boy, one of those.
What font? I've never even heard of that font before.
Well, check it out. It'll change your life.
Go look at Eddie's spreadsheet. He's done. Dexter,
I was going to say,
what? Oh, okay.
I thought all Lexend.
I just never knew the name of that font.
Yeah, well, it's in the top left corner. Jesus Christ. So, what other card games have you done?
I played a bunch of card games. I enjoyed TCGs so much. I started playing Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon as a kid, but I would hang out at my local game store in the mall, and I would spend any allowance I had buying starter decks or packs for random games. So I would learn a new game probably once a month. And the owner of the card shop was like, yes, he probably played most of these games as well. And so he would play with me if the store wasn't too busy. Recently, I play 2 major card games, which are Altered and Flesh and Blood. Although I've dabbled in Riftbound, Lorcana, a little bit of Star Wars Unlimited, and oh god, I feel like Grand Archive. I think I'm missing a couple others, but One Piece. I enjoy playing any card game. I enjoy games. Some of them I devote more time to, but I'm always down to learn anything.
Yeah, you've talked about and mentioned playing a lot of different TCGs. Has Altered been the first one that you've really done a bunch of stuff for? I thought there was a time you said you did something for another game. Maybe I made it up.
It wasn't a trading card game, but I used to be a tournament organizer for Pokemon video game. And I although that was mostly online, and I made a couple spreadsheets for that as well to consolidate release information once we like when a new game came out. We're trying to collect all the stats for Pokemon. I was very into the Pokemon video games, but I never really played the card game that much. So that's probably the other game I've done the most for. The other game I played the most recently is Flesh and Blood, but I haven't done anything for that community other than my local game store.
F that community, that's why.
What's wrong with the Flesh and Blood community? What'd they do?
I don't know. He just
sweats.
He doesn't want to make any spreadsheets, so they ain't cool enough.
Oh god.
I will say, I was talking about this with someone at PAX Unplugged. I love both Altered and Flesh and Blood. I think they have a lot of similarities, not in game design, but just in the way that the game plays out and incremental advancements over the course of a long game, as opposed to winning in just one turn. But there's no way to play Flesh and Blood casually. You always have to feel like you're fully online. It's hard to play a game and feel okay, at least for me, to like really feel okay with losing, because you're trying so hard. You're going back and forth so much. One of the reasons I loved Altered so much is because I felt like I could have fun while losing, while still enjoying the game. And I always try to win, but it felt like I could let my breath out, and I didn't have to always be on and making every optimal decision.
Yeah, that's how Keyforge and Altered are for me. Like, I'm okay winning. I'm okay losing, and I still have fun. But in other games like Star Wars Unlimited, Flesh and Blood, Riftbound, if I don't win, I don't have a good time.
Are you sure you're okay not winning? Are you sure?
Yeah. For Altered and Keyforge, I can still have a good time.
Mm-hmm. You've never gotten upset at losing at Altered.
I didn't say that. I said that I can still have fun. There are times that I will get mad and salty about losing a game.
I was gonna say, I thought you got upset whenever you lost every time.
No.
Glad to know that you can still have some fun.
Yep.
The whole idea of being able to have fun while losing is just wild to me.
I mean, that's the best way to be.
Explain.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can have fun while losing, then you have fun while winning. Then what you're just always having fun.
I understand the idea. I just don't understand the plight of like, yeah, it was fun. Even though I lost, I had a good time. Because like usually it's like, I hate losing. Maybe that's just the competitive nature in me that comes out far too much. I have never been cool losing. Ever.
Yeah. I think it's also, depends on what your expectations are going into any match or game. I knew a lot of people who, when we were going to our local tumults, who were like, I need to win this. Like, I need to. I will feel bad if I don't win this. I'm going for number one and nothing else. Whereas I feel like if I put that much pressure on myself, I'm gonna crack. I'm not gonna be able to properly function. So I aim for top 8, which is still, I'm still trying, but I give myself a point. I go for top of faction, top 8, and then number 1. But I'll be okay if I don't hit number 1. Whereas the first tumult I won, the person who I was going up against wanted so badly to win, and I kind of felt bad about winning.
Yeah. I think
it definitely
that
depends a lot on the mindset that you have and what you expect is going to happen and how much work you put in and practice.
Yeah.
Because if you put in a whole lot of practice, you're going to want to win and feel a lot worse if you do lose. But if you're just like kind of casual and you don't care, then it's not going to feel as bad.
Yeah. I think that is a big testament to Altered, though, it is the type of game where when you're losing, it doesn't feel as bad as a lot of others. Like, I don't know if I've ever, maybe once, lost a game of Altered where I did like nothing, like, didn't move at least once or twice. But like, I went to like a Street Fighter tournament once, and the losing there is just like horrible because it's like you're just getting your ass absolutely kicked like left and right.
Like Street Fighter, the video game?
Yeah.
You're a big fighting game, dude? Are you there, Cole?
I'm just a big gamer, man.
I know, I get it. I don't know, just like I said, I have done both. I have put in a lot of time and effort to crash out, and I have put in 0 time and effort to crash out. So, both suck. Because you're in your head either way, because you're like, man, if I only would have put more time and effort. And then you're not thinking about that, that one time I put in all that time and effort, I still crashed out. I don't know, just for me, I've had times where it's like, yep, I was too far in front of the meta, or I was bad in the meta, or whatever the case may be. And it's upsetting. And then I've had times where it's like, yep, I'm playing something different. I don't know. I never expect to win when I go into something. Is that weird? That's not my expectation. But I guess my goal is always to at least top 8, which I don't do a lot either. So, because it's literally, I'm either second place or nothing.
I will also say I haven't competed at any high level in Altered. My local nights are Monday and Wednesdays, so I've never been able to do the AWOL tournaments when they were running because it always conflicted. I did not do any of the qualifiers. Any qualifier that I would have been able to participate in, such as like the BGA qualifiers, I was thankfully asked by the AWOL team to help do some coverage. And then for the Baltimore qualifier, which was at my local game store, I ran coverage for that event.
Oh, that's your local game store?
Yeah, games and stuff.
Yeah, do you know Dom Fam?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Dom Fam.
Of course they know Dom. What are you talking about? We all know Dom.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying Dom is one of ours.
I was gonna say I keep meaning to ask Dom to teach me some Keyforge because I'm curious. But he was busy with Keyforge Worlds not too long ago, and then has been busy since with like holidays and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but I do want to try out Keyforge.
Ask him about how I kicked his ass in the sealed open.
I will.
Yeah, ask him about that because I did, and I was not feeling bad about it that day because I had O2 the day previous, and I was like, "Come here, Dom, let me teach you something." And we
I'm sure he'll love to relive that.
I was gonna say I was. You know, it was funny because we hung out with him a lot when we were in Baltimore for the Vault tour, and we went to a place. I can't remember the place it was called, but where we parked, we had to walk through the hood, right? A very, you could tell, not great part of town, right? In wherever Baltimore to get there, and then he tried to lead us back to the Korean karaoke place. He's like, that place is great. And I'm like, I am not walking back there. Because everybody ditched me.
I know of one Korean karaoke place, but it's not like, I wouldn't say it's in Baltimore proper.
I don't think we were in, I don't know where we were, to be honest with you. We were just in a place. And all I know is we were walking past, and I was pretty sure someone was laying on the sidewalk dead. And I'm like, oh, Lord, we should not be here. This is bad.
Yeah, I guess you kind of get used to stuff because I was born in Baltimore County and I've lived in proximity to Baltimore most of my life, and I've lived in Baltimore city for like, I don't know, 10 years or something like that. 12 years. So you kind of just get used to things.
I was going to say, is this just a common occurrence?
I was talking to a friend of mine in Utah where I was like, oh, yeah, you would feel... He was like, oh, I went for a late night walk at like 3 a.m. And I was like, that's insane. I would never do that. Even though I live in a nice part of Baltimore, I would never do that. And he was like, I just didn't realize that other people don't worry about that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Baltimore's a great place. I love it. But
yeah, we were walking by and I just look, and here's a lady on she has a shoe, right? Just one. And I'm like, oh my God, she's dead. Like she's dead. She's not moving. It's a million degrees outside, right? It was hot. And I'm just like, oh my God, she's dead. And the other three guys are so far in front of me as we go to this, I guess it's a cocktail bar of some place. I can't remember where it was. It was kind of a pinkies up joint. But yeah, I was just like, and then we were like, oh, we're going to go do karaoke. And Dom's like, yeah, there's this place right up the street here. And I'm like, we're not going back that direction. You must be crazy, sir. like, did you see the lady laying on the ground? And he's like, oh, no, I drove here. And I was like, exactly. So, yeah.
Oh.
All right, this is Cole's question. I'm going to let Cole do it. Have at it, Cole Robbie.
All right. Who is your daddy and what does he do?
That was a terrible Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It was very terrible, actually. Probably one of my worst.
So, when I saw the show notes for this, I thought the show notes were calling me daddy for a second. And I was like, I'm not sure if I feel comfortable with that. The show notes and I aren't that comfortable. I don't know you show notes. And I mean, I already talked about my dad a bit. Do we want to go more in depth? Do you guys want to be my therapy session for the week?
Well, why not?
The only reason I put that is because Wookie's always like, you got questions you want to ask him? And I just put the gif of Kindergarten Cop where it's like, who's your daddy and what does he do?
Who's your daddy and what does he do? It's not a tumor.
There you go. And so that's the only reason that was there.
I was just like, yeah, we got some questions. I don't know about you guys. I work retail. I don't think anyone else here works retail. So, like...
I have, but not currently.
Yeah.
This is my job.
Yeah. Well, Get to it. But everything right now is super busy for me because I do work retail. So it is, everything is just, everything's a killer right now.
I've worked all kinds of retail.
Yeah. Have you? Have you ever sold yourself?
Technically, isn't capitalism always selling yourself?
Pretty much.
True.
You sold yourself to Equinox. Have they just hired you yet?
No. I worked at Walmart. Can't really sell yourself more than that. So throwing trucks, stocking shelves.
There you go. All right. Guy Tryon, what are you playing right now?
I assume you mean in Altered. In Altered, I'm basically exclusively playing Nadir, I feel like. I love Nadir.
Oh, okay.
So I've only... the people at my store, for the most part, there's no real tournaments or anything happening right now. Not only are we in a lull right now in the holiday season, but we're kind of in a lull season in general after Worlds, because we're still waiting for Set 5 and the return of Tumults and the introduction of the new organized play system. And just more details on that. But we've kind of all been trying to only play the 6 new heroes and figure them out. I've played mainly Cowrie and Nadir, but Nadir most of all. I stole Rinku's deck from an invitational that... Cole, did you host that one?
The one he won ace with or got top something? Yeah.
Yeah, it was only set for heroes. So I just stole that and have been trying to pilot it and sort of figure it out. And I think Nadir is great. I don't think he's necessarily the most meta viable, just because the original 18 heroes, a lot of them are very strong, but he's so much fun to play. I love Nadir so much.
Yeah, do you have any ideas on what you think would make Nadir more viable?
The main issue that I've had with Nadir is a lot of his synergy shut off in the arena because there are no longer any additional regions. So Mapmaker's Boon, which gives you 2 boosts normally, but if there are 3 single regions face up, it gives 4 boosts. Very good card. But in the arena, it gives you nothing. I mean, it gives you 2 boosts, but it's understated for that. And Lyra Aerialist, Rare Lyra Aerialist is the same. So you really just can't win the arena very well. So you either have to really win early on, which kind of makes him a bit more aggro than I think he's necessarily intended to be. But I don't know exactly what he needs. Because anything that would help with the arena feels like it would be antithetical to his design anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of really hard as well. I was casting what was it? One of the recent tournaments. I can't remember if it was with the Spaghetti team or it was the weekly, but there was a Nadir that was going against a Rin. And a wonderful way to shut down Nadir is by saying, I don't care if you mark this mountain, it's forest now.
Yep. Yeah, that's a very interesting matchup, just because you can try and change the regions to screw them over, but they have enough toys to just change it right back.
Yeah, it is interesting, an interesting hero for sure. Very cool lore-wise, but Wookiee never lets us read the lore, so we don't know Nadir's
This game
lore
has
yet.
lore? What? Maybe one day.
I hate to say that it might have the best lore of any TCG ever, but
It definitely does now, for
great.
sure. I would agree with you on that one now. Magic used to have some pretty good lore, and now all they're worried about is other
SpongeBob.
Yeah, SpongeBob. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, they don't care about their own IP. They care more about integrating other IPs into theirs. I used to buy the books for...
Oh, back when the fat packs came with the books?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would read the books, and I loved the lore. And, now I don't know what they're doing.
I don't know if anybody does. They're just like, hey, you guys like shinies? And everyone's like, yeah. And they're like, we're going to release new ones. And everybody's just like, shut up and take my money. Yeah, I don't understand Magic's allure sometimes still. Like, some of it's kind of cool, but it's just like, man, nothing's better than having your own sweet, sick lore and then having, Aang next to it. That's not nothing against Last Airbender and all that jazz, but like, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's just kind of bizarre.
This year feels like it was almost designed for me to start playing Magic. One of my favorite video game series of all time is Final Fantasy. My favorite TV show of all time is The Last Airbender. But I don't care about them in Magic. It's like, okay, that's fine, but I would rather Magic just do their own thing. It's
I'd rather
one
Magic
of the
be
reasons.
Magic.
The two games I play the most are Altered and Flesh and Blood, two games that are trying to create their own IP instead of building off someone else's.
Right.
We see a lot of games right now that are just, propped up by their own IP. For example, Riftbound could be the worst game ever, and it would still succeed to a certain extent because of the IP. I'm not saying it is. I think Riftbound is fine. It's not my favorite game, but I still think it's fun. But because of the League IP, it is able to. It would be able to survive much longer than a game of the same mechanics if it was the worst game ever that was based off of no IP.
Right.
And same thing with like Lorcana. I have always been a big Disney fan. I played Lorcana when it came out. I think the gameplay was fine, but it was kind of it wasn't necessarily innovative or anything like that. I think the best thing about it is that in multiplayer, everyone's playing the entire time. Someone doesn't die and then have to wait 35 minutes until the game is over. But other than that, I think it's just adequate. But the IP is shouldering the burden of the gameplay, which, I get capitalism. We need to make money, but I like a game where they are designing something themselves, and you can tell that that whatever is being made was made for this medium, made for this specific game, as opposed to being torn from something else and tried to shove into the correct hole to make it fit kind of into this new game.
So what would you say? You said you play a lot. You've played a lot of CCGs and TCGs.
Mm-hmm.
Which one was your favorite, living or dead, of all time?
Gameplay wise, right?
Gameplay wise, my favorite probably has to be Flesh and Blood. I think it's incredibly finely tuned. There's a lot of chance for player skill expression. There isn't as much chance for you to low roll. I mean, we're still playing trading card games, so there's still randomization in like where your deck, like what cards you draw and what cards your opponent draws, but it's nowhere near as bad as something like Magic, where you can get mana flooded or mana screwed. But so I think it's my favorite gameplay wise. I play it a lot, but I'm not sure if it's necessarily my favorite game of all time. I really do enjoy Altered. It's one of the reasons I started making content for it, is because I just really enjoyed the game. and I kind of wanted to share that with other people.
If there was one game you could bring, a dead card game you could bring back, what card game would you bring back?
Magi Nation.
Oh my god. It's coming
I've
back.
never even heard of it.
What? Dexter!
I heard.
Dexter, leave the house, bro. Come on, do some research. Google is a thing. Just Google Magi Nation.
We've talked about Magi Nation
We've
like
talked about
7
it
times
on
by
this
now.
show.
Yeah,
you
but-
were here.
But not in like a way that I would actually know what it is. We've mentioned the name.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
okay,
So
I don't
first
know
thing you need to
either,
know is
Dexter.
Magi Nation is a lifestyle. No. To be honest, I didn't play much Magi Nation. It was one of the games where I had 2 like starter decks, and I had a couple of booster packs. I like used my allowance to get it, and I would basically go to school and try and force my friends to learn this game and play with me. Because I was like, oh, this is interesting. But I never played it to the same extent that I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Magic or Pokemon, just because there wasn't the same community around, at least that I knew of. But it's one of the many, many TCGs that I tried during the TCG bubble, like prior to the TCG bubble, of everyone releasing TCGs that I actually remember. It sticks out in my mind to this day. And it might also be because you guys have mentioned it a number of times on the podcast, and I do try and listen to every episode. So I would love to try it again. And I did hear it's coming back, but I have no idea.
Yep.
I haven't followed anything aside from that.
I haven't either. Very similar to you. I wasn't huge into Magi Nation, but I had a couple people at the store, because Gen Con, believe it or not, used to be in Milwaukee. And it debuted there, and they were giving a bunch of stuff out, and I just had friends that, like, we all had just... Maybe it was just because we all had starter decks, and it was all very balanced, because none of us really put any money into it, right? So it was just, like, all probably, like, super weirdly balanced, and it just was always a blast to play. Always
I didn't even know that there
playing.
was like a video game or a TV series for it.
I knew
But
there was a
apparently there
TV
was.
series. I didn't know there was a video game.
It was like a Game Boy Advance game or something
okay.
like that.
That very well could be. See, I should ask Felix that question too. That'd be a good question for Felix. What game would he bring back?
I mean, I no offense to you three. I was hoping Felix was going to be here.
We'll leave.
Thank you. It'll just be me from now on.
Right.
No,
have at it.
But I was at PAX Unplugged, and I saw Cole and Dexter, and I saw Felix at one point, and we had met at Gen Con this year, but I'm not sure if he knew, like, I knew who he was, but I'm not sure if he knew who I was. Because I'm not sure if I introduced myself as a guy trying. But I saw him working the Riftbound booth, but he was so busy that I didn't get a chance to say hi. Whereas, like, Cole and Dexter, I had no problem interrupting them.
Yep.
Yeah, Felix was super busy every time, even when I would go bug him.
Well, you guys weren't doing Riftbound, right? You guys were doing something completely... You guys were doing Marvel something or other, right?
Yeah.
And also,
we were all
Arkham Horrors.
Yeah. Oh, Arkham
That was
Horror,
me. Dexter was doing Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
I like Lord of the Rings.
Yep. They decided their Riftbound staff for Gen Con like super
Really early.
So there wasn't.
And also, it was like through, like, it's being distributed through UVS or something like that. So they were using people who've worked on UVS.
Same staff
games.
from UVS, and since Felix has worked with UVS for a while, he was a shoo-in.
Man, I gotta get into all these things that you guys do. I don't get to go to nearly enough conventions, and you guys get to like go to all these conventions and work them and have fun. Maybe they're not.
I've never
fun,
worked
I don't
at
know.
one.
I've never worked at one either.
I've just gone and annoyed people while they're working.
Fair enough.
That's my main thing that I do at conventions is distract people.
The fun usually comes after the convention and not actually at the convention.
Oh. Yeah, because
you're working the convention.
Right. Well, are you working the whole time? You don't get to go like poke around, talk to anybody, see anything, do anything. I guess I don't know how it works.
Most of the time, yeah. This most recent time was technically the least I've ever worked at a convention. But a lot of the time you're working open to close, basically.
Oh, okay.
But you get like a couple hour breaks that you can use for like lunch, dinner, or to roam the hall, right?
No, not really.
Just lunch break.
Oh.
But
yeah, just a 1 hour lunch break, which goes very quickly.
I just know, Cole, you took me to, what was it, Gudnak?
Yeah, Gudnak.
yeah.
And then I walked over to you guys testing out Flesh and Blood.
Yeah, that was Sunday, right?
Yeah, I think
Sunday was a really short day. But yeah, it's usually I work a lot more hours than I did for Marvel, but their setup was
slacking?
super. Yeah.
No, they just didn't need us for very many hours.
Yeah, the setup was actually really nice because I thought they were going to be running both events back to back, but it was just sequential. So
what's
the morning
the
was
point
Marvel.
of working at them, right? Because they basically pay you to get there, pay you to get home, and your hotel and all that jazz, right?
If you're lucky, yeah.
Okay. So all your time is spent just working for them.
Yep.
And huh. It's
The
interesting.
point is working and having a job.
No, that I understand, but if it were like someone like, I don't know, just doing it off the norm, I mean, I guess if that's your job, then I understand, right? Like that's what you do, but I know a lot of people do this as like a way to get there. So I've always wondered about. I've always had questions about it. I don't know much about it.
There's definitely a lot of different companies that you can work for that do similar things, and I'm sure there are other ones that give you a lot more free time. So if there's people that like just want to do it for a way to get there for cheap and don't really care about, I don't know, getting paid for it, and they just want like time to spend at the convention, they could probably find a way to do that.
Yeah. There's people that just slack off more than me and Dexter as well.
There are those people.
So you guys are the hardcores.
Don't work. Yeah, we actually do our jobs.
Suckers.
Yeah, that's what I'm suckers.
Yeah, we're in the crew that's usually helping tear down and stuff too, and sometimes people will just disappear. But yeah, I mean, if you get in with a company that pays for travel and your hotel, then everything else is really just a benefit. So people just go because it's the only way they can go to a convention, or they go to make a bunch of money to buy a bunch of board games and, whatever you may want. Different strokes for different folks, as they say.
You got it. All right. What do we got here? Last question. If we're ready for all of this. Actually, we got a little bit to go. What did HGA...
This is the last big question.
Last big question. What did HGA not ask you that you wished you talked about?
I would say that I'll tell you something that they wanted to ask me, but forgot to during the interview. We had talked about it a little bit pre-show, and they wanted to ask me about my why I got into content creation, because we had talked about it a bit. And I have 2 useless degrees in musical theater and acting for film. And in my acting for film program, I had to learn how to edit and shoot and do lighting, sound, all that stuff. And one of the main reasons I got into content creation was because I wanted to try and challenge myself with editing. So a lot of my videos have some sort of challenge that I'm trying to do to myself to practice editing. Normally, hopefully, those aren't apparent to the viewer, but it's I always try something new that will flex a different muscle in editing when I do them. And again, I love the game, and I made a bunch of spreadsheets, and people were like, "Oh, we like this information. Why don't you talk about it?" So I decided to do that. But that is something that we had talked about in the pre-interview for Hero's Guide to Asgartha, and they said, "Shit, we forgot to ask it."
Them slipping again.
Slipping again.
I mean, it's Chili and Nick that are always slipping.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Yep.
With those two,
Especially
it's not
Nick.
hard to get off topic, let me tell you. I've done a couple episodes with them. It's not hard to get off topic quickly.
Well, we can't talk about getting off topic. We're never really on topic, but
It's my Are you making fun of my ADD?
well, no, because I also am diagnosed.
It's all of
with
us, I
ADHD,
think.
So,
So, I mean, you're making fun of me? It's not cute.
also, what fun is it to just be,
Sticking to the script the whole
cardboard and yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure. What is one thing you wish people knew about you?
Let's see. The one thing I wish people knew about me. When I was a kid, I was convinced I was part fish because I like to swim in the ocean more than anyone else in my family.
Okay.
And then yelled at my family for eating fish. And to this day, I still don't like the taste of fish. And I think a lot of that has to do with a psychological barrier I put on myself when I was convinced I was part fish. So that's
I love
something.
swimming in the ocean too. Swimming in the ocean's great, but I never thought I was a fish.
Okay, well, obviously, there's a lot of things that as a kid, my sister's 4.5 years older than me. So when I was 1, she was 5 or 6, depending on the time of year. And when I was 5, she was 9 or 10. And I thought, oh, she used to be 5 times older than me. Now she's only twice as old as me.
Yep.
Someday I'm going to become the older sibling.
Yeah.
Because the gap will get shorter and shorter,
Yeah.
and then I will become older. There's a lot of things that I just thought of, and I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. And I did no further thought on it.
I think a lot of younger siblings have that same thing. Like, one day I'm going to be older. And then you're just kind of like, I am the oldest of 4 siblings, and I know for a fact my younger brother at one time was like, one day I'm going to be the older sibling, and he was in middle school, and I was in high school, and I'm like, that's not how time works.
But it's the same thing. I saw my family on the beach when I went to be in the ocean. I ignored everyone else in the ocean that was out there as well, and I was like, I'm special, and I must be part fish. It's the only thing that made sense to me.
It's the only option.
Yeah,
Listen,
I was like, I will research this no further. I've made my hypothesis, and I assume it's true.
Yeah. I who's to say that you aren't part fish?
Don't you start. I swear, if the movie Luca came out when I was a kid, I would have been.
You'd have been like, this is my life story.
This is me.
This is me,
I'm
guys.
Luca.
If you only
You
knew.
just heard that saying, that he loves the water so much he's part fish or whatever that people used to say, and you were just like, I am.
I am. That's right.
Who told you?
I do see we have a question in the chat.
Oh.
Am I supposed to acknowledge that?
Yeah, go for it.
I
It's
don't know.
creative chaos. That's fine.
What is one change you would make to each faction?
I was going to ask a question similar to this. And
All right. What was your question?
Mine was, what is your biggest criticism of Equinox to this date?
Oh, of
A
Equinox?
completely different question.
Fair. Similar-ish.
I'll say, I think that Equinox has designed a game that with each set has become better and better, but the main thing that they really mess up is communication with their community.
Really?
And they rely too much on their community to pick up the slack for them. The tournaments run by such teams as AQZ and AWOL are what have propped up the game and given it the life that it has, because it has kept the community engaged competitively when Equinox was not giving us the same opportunities until, we started having the qualifiers and worlds. We had the tumults, but that's a local metagame, not a more like global one. And I think they have a great community to rely on, but I think they have at times become complacent with that and slacked on some of the work that they should be doing themselves.
You say that about Equinox, you should see Ghost Galaxy. I think they do a great job.
I will say I do not think that Equinox is the worst offender in TCGs for this or anything like that.
I think this is a very common occurrence for many, many producers of TCGs. Communication is a big issue, and something needs to be done, but I don't know.
Yeah, they really screwed up with that initial message. I understand what they were trying to go for. About the, Cole, what have you called it? Bloody Monday?
Yeah, that's what people started calling it, yeah.
That message, I understand what they were trying to go for with it. But the way that it came out,
it was far too alarmist.
It really did not hit what they were going for, and it scared more people away than it motivated them. But again, I understand that that was not their intention. There's been other times where they've missed the mark on communication. I don't think any moment has been as bad as that, personally. But I do think it's their weakest point. I think they have a team that has amazing designers on it. They're a small team. Comparatively, I know there's smaller teams out there, but there's also much bigger teams out there. And I think the communications people on their team are overworked a lot, I feel, and stuff slips through the cracks. That's my harsh criticism of them.
They should hire a community manager.
Yeah.
Are you trying to get?
I wonder if we were to hire.
Loki's not the community manager.
Oh, true.
If we were to hire a North America community manager, what would his name be?
Cole Bobby.
Yeah, I bet you it rhymes with that.
Felix.
Felix. I think Felix,
Felix would be great.
Cole is someone who has been, he's the butt of many jokes. He and the community likes to make fun of him a lot. But I do think it's also important that we acknowledge the amount of effort and care he's put into the community. So as much as we like to joke around with Cole Robbie, I'm going to take a serious moment here and say, Cole, thank you for all you've done for the Ultra community. It has been, you've put more of yourself into the community than you might have gotten out of it, which I think we should thank you for.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, we love you, Cole.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Now I have the power to go piss off one more person in Discord in the next 7 days. So Loki is the community builder, but since they did not renew Moon's contract, he has had to kind of do both. But his job is or was supposed to be more like things like the Hive and convention work and things like that. And a community manager just interfaces with the community a lot more and was running like the social media and stuff, So they technically do not have a person that does that anymore. So like sometimes Talia will have to hop on and like do tweets
Yeah.
and things like that. Sometimes it's Loki. So it just depends.
And to be fair, Josh Massey was not a community manager. He was in charge of OP. Now, whether that translated into we also need you to tweet out some things, that's very possible. But his official title was not community manager; it was head of organized play. But that's a story for another time. All right, back to this. All right, so what is one change you would make for each faction?
That's hard. Axiom has always had a dual identity issue where they are both focused around reserve and landmarks, and never shall the two meet. They're trying bridging that gap with Eastery, but it still feels like there's kind of two factions at war within Axiom.
Mm-hmm.
Bravos is the new Ortis. I'll say it. Ortis had everything to begin with, and ever since, Bravos has gotten stronger and stronger, and now it has so many good cards in it. I wouldn't change necessarily anything about Bravos, except, I mean, you could change the hunger. I know people have been calling for that. I would rather raise other factions' power level to that. Lyra. I think Lyra... I love Lyra so much. Although I love it for different reasons than you, Wookie. I do not like dice rolling mechanics. Which I know you do.
Well, I'm a gambler at heart, right? That's... when if you made a faction that says, roll dice, and I'm like, yes!
I love Lyra for everything but rolling dice. I love every other aspect of Lyra.
Which is weird, because I don't typically play the dice rolling hero. I typically play...
I do...
In
you can't take away my dice.
And I typically play Fen in what I normally play, but...
I love Fen. Fen was my one true love. Now I'm trying Nadir, but Fen will always have such a place in my heart. It's weird. Izmir, to me, when I think of like what faction I gel most with, it's Izmir. But I play so much more Lyra than I do Izmir.
One day,
like
Izmir,
I'm Izmir in the main Discord, but I barely play Izmir.
Same. One day I'll get back to it.
I play Izmir in Lyra. I play all the Izmir cards. I play Magical Training, off you go. I just play removal in Lyra. But yeah. Muna, I think they're on the right track. I'm glad that they're giving them more removal and sabotage. I think that's been hurting the faction. I'm so excited for the new hero.
Yes.
I think I think the design is so cool. The main problem I have with the new hero is that it's made me feel less inclined to build Cowrie.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's a lot of times where Cowrie decks that I might build might just be better as the new hero.
Yeah.
Ortis, I'm glad that they're searching for new identities outside of tokens. And just generic good stuff. Sigismar will always be powerful, though, because Ortis has access to good cards, and Sigismar is just bland white bread toast that can, fit any type of deck that you're trying to make. And Izmir, what I really want is I want a mechanic that, similar to that says if I am spells that says if I am fleeting, you get some bonus. So that way, if you play Off You Go for 2, you get the value, but maybe off you go for 4 from reserve. It has fleeting. It targets 4 or less instead. I don't know. I think that would be a cool mechanic, but that's not necessarily an identity shift in Izmir. I think the factions are very well crafted. I would just like to see expanding of archetypes. So I have trouble answering the question. I've gone on a lot, and I don't think I've gone anywhere with it.
Someone will pick it apart and get
Bird
some
tribal
juicy stuff out of there.
So just make bird tribal.
I would love to see like more tribal stuff. I made 2 artist tribal decks when Whispers of the Maze came out. One for Rock and one for Fen, both revolving around the stage. I don't think either of them were that great, but they were fun.
Yep.
Alrighty. What else you got in there, Cole?
Really just to wrap up the conversation and kind of prepare us for most likely January is talking a little bit about the next set. Seeds. You've made the sheet already. I think you made it when like the very first thing was even referenced, right?
Yeah, I mean, technically, I had the template ready before any Seeds of Unity stuff was announced. And then I had set 5 reveals. And then as soon as things started coming out, I just started filling in. But I already have a spreadsheet ready for set 6.
Ooh, nice.
So here's hoping we get to see some exciting stuff from that. But set 5 is the thing that's coming up.
Yeah, so you have the sheet. I've made the bingo board. I need to make my own, though. I need to fill it out.
Bingo's going to be weird this set.
Yeah.
We have about 40% of the cards already shown to us.
Oh, is that the percentage we've already seen?
Yeah, we've had 49 cards revealed. And we have 59 more to go.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I guess I technically did help reveal a couple of them, so I'm part of the problem.
I mean,
did we
I think it's good.
Reveal for Seeds, or did we do?
I did it at Worlds.
No, there have not been any content creator reveals.
I couldn't remember if it was this set or last set we did our reveal for.
No, that was
we finally cracked that top 43. Content creators for Altered.
You see, I'll be honest. That's the real reason I make the spreadsheet. Is I've slowly snuck my way into being kind of synonymous with spoiler season, and now they have to give me a spoiler card. So I snuck my way in.
Yeah, we got one last time. We'll see if we get one again.
Hopefully not. But
hopefully not.
I'm taking the reins this time.
What do you mean?
I'm doing one because I didn't do one last set because I got one for the podcast.
But you got one for like the other 2 sets.
Just one. I've only had one reveal.
Oh, you only had one reveal? I thought you had 2.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No.
And it got ruined. But that's a...
There was a unique...
Because the uniques, which was a very interesting moment in reveal season. I will say, as someone trying to collect data for the spreadsheet, it was very hectic. And my card was technically spoiled 2 hours before my video was supposed to go live for that set. Cole, you had to sort of shift your reveal for like a week or something, didn't you?
Yeah, I was at...
Grand Bois?
Yeah, I was at PAX East when it technically, I think, got revealed, because that announcement happened while we were at PAX, and all of us were like, what the... And then, I had to change up everything and do something a lot quicker than I would have wanted.
I will say, so bingo's going to be weird because we already have so much information. So it's kind of hard to make really kooky bingo guesses. But I do think it was correct of them to show a good amount of the set.
Yeah.
Because of the game found. If they are asking people to pledge their money, we have 3 out of the 6 exalted cards. I think it would have been good if they showed all 6. I understand that they want to save more exciting stuff for the for when the spoiler season happens in January. But if you're asking someone to pledge their money to a set, I think it's good that people should know what they are pledging for and what they are hoping to get out of this set.
Yeah, I think honestly that there would have been no issue revealing all of the exalted because there's going to be a lot of excitement trying to just pull them and pull like the different art styles of them. If I could go back in time and know what I know now or think about it when we revealed the squid guy at Worlds, I'd been like, we should just reveal more exalted instead. But I don't remember if the timing even lined up well for that. But
again, they have 3 left, so I really think they just want to. I would imagine those will be the first 3 cards that Equinox themselves reveal during the reveal season because they want to get it kicked off with some momentum.
Yeah,
I don't have any information about that, but that would be my speculation.
Yeah, we just know that reveal season is in January, and that's about as much as we know. But even though we know 40% of the cards and some other things, what are you really looking to see next set that hasn't been revealed?
Oh, well, it's kind of been revealed. The alternate arts for the heroes. We have art. We have product art that shows a different style of Nadir and Moyo. And so it's like those are most likely going to be the alternate arts. It would be weird if they weren't. What are they called? Envoy arts? Something like that. But we have not seen anything for Tarun and Benny, I believe. And that would be great to see. And then I would like to see I think I'd really like to see just cards that were. I really want cards for Nadir, and we have the contact mechanic, which will be interesting. Maybe it'll finally give Western Winds some reason to be played. But contact and Nadir seems to be 2 different mechanics to me right now. So I'm wondering if we will see more instances of where we can give Nadir markers or manipulate region markers.
Yeah, you would think it's, a shoe-in to have a couple more cards to move markers or something.
Yeah, but they seem to be... It seems like what they've shown us so far, and again, it's only about 40%, is more focused on you moving expeditions so that you place your markers down and then you constantly try to move back into them when it benefits you, as opposed to recreating markers, which might be the design that they are hoping to go for. Having too many markers might not be healthy for the hero design. So maybe this is a happy compromise, but we'll see.
Yeah, it gives me an idea. I've always kind of adamantly been against faction lists or no color cards, whatever you want to call them. But it would actually be super cool to have a Nadir style ability or a card in Lyra that just negates all regions of a certain area. So it's just pure stats basically. Like,
oh, interesting.
Whoever has one highest stat would win that. I mean, they'd word it much better than I just did, but that could be something kind of cool.
Yeah, I think the problem is I think that'd be worse for Nadir.
Yeah.
Just because, like, you know, you look at Forest Nymph, which is 3/0/0. You look at any of the nymphs, they are overstated in their region and their region alone. But if you were but in total stats, they're massively understated, which is why he struggles so much in the arena in tiebreakers, because not only are your stats all over the place, but you're kind of below rate overall. Cards from older sets like Hathor and Snowball Commando have a bit more even stats across the board, but the Nadir specific cards that were, or at least the support package for Nadir from Skybound Odyssey technically has lower stats overall, I feel like, if you were to even everything out.
My little wacky, but I got what you're saying. Good points indeed.
But I do think that
when he's throwing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Someone has to, because I have no idea what I'm saying.
You're just you're throwing terrain markers. Hey.
But
we're getting up here.
We're getting along on the tooth tonight. Make sure you go alter.
There is one
aces.
question though.
Is that from? Was that this week? Oh.
Yeah, there is one question.
Okay.
We'll try to answer it as quickly as possible.
So, question from the Patreon again. Cole needs your dollars. Go give Cole $1. I do. I give Cole $1 every single month. You too can ask us a question on Patreon. If you could design an altered card, what would it be? From Gav Kenny.
We'll let the guest go first.
I feel like this is a trap because Gav Kenny is my nemesis.
Oh.
Yeah.
We are artist enemies. We both draw so well that we are only matched by each other's prowess. I would say if I could design an altered card, what would it be? I have designed a couple altered cards in my head. What I really want is I want a hero that their main mechanic is destroying their own mana, and they get some benefit from it. So it's like a phoenix or something, and every time you destroy your own mana through like mana eruption or similar effects, you get an ash counter. And then at 5 ash counters or something, you get to take a character from your discard and play it for free or something. That sounds like it would have major ways to be busted and would have to be balanced around.
Sounds so cool. That's so creative.
I just like the idea of you are keeping yourself low on mana and limiting your plays, but you get some big payoff for it. And I think that would kind of work with Bravos's theme, or at least what their like original theme was of sort of going fast.
Yeah.
I dig it. Anyone else want to go first? Second, I mean.
Well, mine again would kind of be. I don't know if it would be a card or if it would be a series of cards. I've always been a huge fan of the tribal, right? We already talked about it earlier on. So number 1, bird tribal. I need a bird hero, right?
What about Wingspan?
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, Tarun and Penny.
Wingspan.
Yeah, that's my first choice. But I would like a set of heroes that rewards. Okay, hear me out. I know nothing good comes from this ever, right? Are we ready? Because it would almost be, and maybe this works in Altered, and it might not too. I am very good at making busted things that don't end up being very good, i.e. see the Alliance format in Altered, which is completely and utterly busted and shouldn't exist. But I made it, and now it's a thing. So, but I would like to see like a series of heroes that rewards a style. Like, you're only allowed to have cards, and this is an example, don't take this too to heart, but you're only allowed to play mana value cards 2 or less. Like, it restricts your deck construction, but rewards you in some faction for it, or some fashion for it.
I actually think that that'd be really cool, especially in a game where deck building is so unique. I guess, pun intended. As Altered, where you already have the knobs of common, rare, and unique, and now exalted of what you're putting into your deck. Something that forces you to think about deck building in a new way on top of that, I think would be really interesting. Although it is normally a mechanic that fucks over everything.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm not a card game designer. I just have ideas. I'm the ideas person. The true professionals should take over the reins from here on out, because like in Magic, we all know how fucked Companion was.
Yeah.
But something in that nature that doesn't, and I don't know if there's a way you could balance it to make it not busted. But because like,
yeah, that would be awesome.
Some of the negatives are just gonna be super hard to deal with, and there just might be never anything. But like, hey, you're only allowed to play with plants. No cards in your deck besides, action cards can be plants, or, whatever. Like, your whole identity needs to be plants, and then you can build from there. But you do get some sort of benefit from it. Again, what that benefit is, I don't know. But, makes you think a little bit outside the box.
Yeah. I actually have a Muna deck made that is everything is 2 mana or less. Is it 2 mana or less, or is every single thing 2 mana? Let me check. I think I'm pretty sure it's called
I don't think there's enough 2 mana cards in Muna to do that.
I think it's 2 is the best number. Yeah, it's 2 or less. So
okay.
I'll put it
Dexter would be the one to know.
I was gonna say that sounds like a Dexter deck right there.
Right, yeah. 2 or less mana.
I do like the cheap cost cards.
There are cards that cost more than 2 mana in this game. Dexter wouldn't know about them.
Yep. I've already designed a couple, so I'll just read off 2 that I've made. And the first one is a concept that I've kind of wanted for a long time, which is around like plants actually growing. The closest and still only we have really is Hydrocana. But it's called the beanstalk. And both of these, I'll just say they're rare. So they are a little stronger because they're rare. But it is a character plant spirit, and it has from anywhere I gain anchored. And then it says when I gain 1 boost, I gain 2 instead. And I'm sure knee-jerk reactions from most people are like, that is so busted. But when you really think about it, boosts in like today's meta are sometimes a downside. It means that you're making the card target for 1 more type of removal. So I don't think it would be too absolutely busted, but with how Altered Design works now, I think they would maybe put a cap on it, like you saw with Bessie and other cards like that. But I think those cards are under strength. I think they're too handicapped. So maybe there's some in between. The other, I think this one has potential to be busted. But it's Yorigumo. I think that's how you say it. It's a animal spirit, and it just has animals in my expedition have eternal.
Wow. Is it an animal itself?
It is.
That seems too good.
That seems like it might be too much. If you had to give it anchored over and over again, I think that could be good.
But if it's an animal,
it giving itself eternal as well as everything else seems pretty busted.
Well, it's a spider god, so it's got to be busted. Can I paste these? I think I can.
Also, Cole, real quick, I have a problem with your deck list.
What?
Beauty Sleep costs 3 from reserve.
Oh, all right. I got to get rid of Beauty Sleep.
Yep. Or you just can't play it from reserve.
Oh well, whoever plays it from reserve. Let's be honest.
You never know.
But yeah, and then the Yorigumo is 4 from hand, 3 from reserve, 3/3/3, and Beanstalk is 3 from hand, 4 from reserve, 1/1/1. But
here's a fun question for everybody. This is for everybody. Everybody, feel free to chime in because I see you actually made cards, like made cards. So that's cool.
Yep. And I did not use AI art. It's not that hard to do, people.
Listen, Cole.
I'm actually for once I'm actually not talking about Wookiee.
Okay.
So you just hit it. You might have hit a stray because if you feel guilty, then that's on you. But it was not in reference to you.
Guilt is not in there. I'm just tired of hearing about it. Either way, is anybody doing altereds for altered? As weird as that sounds. There's a couple people out there doing them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I would say the main one is the token lady, Carifer, who makes token alt arts.
So if I wanted somebody to alt art my magpie penguins.
Yeah, there's a couple people who have penguins. Yeah, there's a couple of people who've done 3D, like they've made a card 3D.
Like the cutout cards?
Yeah.
Where you stack them on top of each other?
No, I don't think they stack multiple cards. They just cut out the pieces and make it 3D.
Layered it, yeah.
Yeah, you layer. So you have 10 or so of them, and you put a little, a piece of foam or whatever in the middle, and it kind of starts to layer, and the cards get stacked, and it looks then 3D.
Yeah,
right?
Maybe. Yeah.
I'll have to find. Magic did this for forever and a day. Yeah, they cut out bits, and some look like they're closer to you, some look like they're far. It just makes the card look 3D. Yeah.
Yep. There's a couple people. I don't think there's anyone that does alters like that consistently.
I was saying, Magic people all the time, in their commander decks, will have sweet altereds, right? They've altered the card somehow, some way. Somebody's actually painted on the thing or whatever the case may be. Is something I wish.
So far, it's mainly for tokens.
Yeah, it's something I wish I could do in Keyforge, but just kind of isn't allowed. So nobody does it. So I wonder if Altered was doing it.
I think their official stance is that you are supposed to use the cards that come in the packs. But I do think one of the great things about this game is the art, and I like the access that we get to alt arts, from the Adventure Pass and promo packs. But it would also be cool for the community members to express their own creativity.
Not that we don't already, but anyways, moving on to events. Altered Ace.
Dexter didn't get to say a card.
Dexter doesn't
I don't have a good idea.
Altered Aces.
I guess
he did.
I like the idea of hypothermia and having double-sided effects, where you have to pick an opponent's character and your own character. So destroying both, giving status effects to both. More of those would be cool.
Nice. Hypothermia is a great card. I think it's very cool.
Anchor, if they put one in Muna, it would be Anchor, and I could see if you gave me a spell that costs the same as hypothermia, and it is both. You know what I'm saying? Anchor. I think it could be very interesting because I could play it like if I go first, I play. Let's say what the hell? Why can't I think of cards? A Bumblebee. I play a Bumblebee, and then they play like a tiny Djinn and get a boost on it. I could cast that and then be like, "You're not getting that mana." So that could be.
Yep, you force them to anchor something that they don't want to.
Yeah.
It's a bit like Eru, Emissary of the Wind.
Yeah.
But, would have more versatility.
For sure. All right, finally the events for Wookiee.
All right, events. Altered Aces on Mondays at 12:30. Is that Central Time?
Yes, Central.
CT? I've never seen CT Central Time. All right, now. Ace every Tuesday night at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. It'd be sweet if he maybe moved that to I don't know. I guess, whatever. 8:30.
Oh, moved it to 8:30. Yeesh.
Yeah, I know.
Ain't
All
no
you
way.
are a bunch of all you are a bunch of old men who are like, I like to eat pudding at 4:30.
Yep, I do.
Some of us don't get home until 8 o'clock. So,
And when do you eat your pudding?
normally at about 4:30.
So you're the same as us.
I'm normally still at work at 6:30. I still got an hour and a half to go at 6:30.
Wow.
But
You can play at work.
yeah, some tells me that's frowned upon, but I'll give it a shot next week. AlteredCorner.com has the online events now, so you can see that over there. What other fun improvements are you making over there?
You guys should open up the website and go look at the events tab and live react.
Whoa! Crazy!
The other thing I did was I added Felix officially to the homepage.
Oh yeah, there he is. Can I change my picture back to my old picture?
The one of you 20 years ago?
It wasn't 20 years ago.
You can have whatever picture you want. The person that was upset about that isn't here anymore.
I know, and he ain't. And we've already found out he ain't coming back. So screw that guy. Just saying.
So yeah, Texas events and also online events. You can find them.
The only event you need to know about is the non-unique challenge, because I believe that is the only way to truly play Altered.
And that is my least favorite way, and I am a hater. My favorite would be Singleton.
Ooh, Singleton's a good one, though. I do like Singleton, too.
Yeah.
I feel if you're going to
fun.
add uniques back in, Singleton is the way to go. I feel like both are equally player skill testing.
I'm a NUC hater. I don't hate any of the organizers, but I do not care for the format.
You see, I'm the opposite. I hate all the organizers, but love the format.
Yeah, well, that is also fair.
I came on this podcast to start drama. Yeah. I'm creating infighting in the community.
It's okay. None of them listen.
It's a one or the other. Nobody listens to this show.
They're all busy listening to that other podcast.
Which one's that one? Heroes Guide to Asgartha?
Yes.
No.
Should we start beef with them? Oh.
I try it every day. They're just too weak.
They won't bite.
They just don't put up a good fight.
Oh. Well, who should we start shit with? Blue?
No.
No, his heart can't take it.
Oh, shit.
I was working with Blue today. Blue's doing good. He was judging the main stream tables at Riftbound all day yesterday and today.
Yeah, he was giving us updates. So
nice. Wow. Will you tell me who to start shit with? Because I'm really good at starting shit.
Okay, Wookie, we have shit now.
Well, that you can't just start it like that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You can't do it on air live. You can't do it on air live. It doesn't work like that.
I just wanted to make you happy.
Well, no, because Cole's well, you can start shit with and then just like he had a name and it was right there and he was about to spit it out, but he just couldn't do it. He just shut himself down.
No, I was just gonna. I think everyone's too easy to.
Because you're like, oh, you should.
They just give up too easy.
They're too busy listening to that other show. And it's like, what other podcast is there for?
There's only one left.
I was like, there's only two of us, right? That's it.
Yeah, well, in English. In English,
right.
Yeah, there's probably some French.
Yeah, I don't know if we can start shitting.
French and Spanish.
I don't know if we can start shitting French. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, we might lose that one.
I have a very great French insult that I made up.
Oh, okay. Well, have at it.
Do you want to hear it?
Well, yeah.
Let's hear it.
You can't be like, I have a great French insult, and then just not tell us.
No, that'd be a great place to stop the show.
Yeah,
you
and
just stop.
I think I forgot some of the correct grammar for it, but nage un la chienne.
Which
there you go.
means
Shit.
It means you swim like a bitch.
Oh, really?
Very
Cole,
specific.
as someone who's part fish, I take offense to that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you got a half fish right here, bruv.
Yeah.
Very specifically, it means you swim like a female dog.
Oh, okay. I don't really know how swimming like a bitch would affect me. I'd just be like, okay. I don't know how that works. Like, be like, I'm not. You're probably right. I've never been a strong swimmer. I can float pretty good though. But with that being said, make sure you go to your locals, spend some money with your locals, make sure they get what they need. Keep on keeping on, making sure Altered is out there and everybody's having a good time. Try a new format, try a new hero, and we will see you all next week. Oh, thanks for a guy trying for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
And then after that, well, now we'll see you all next week.
Bye.
Adios.